welcome back to Glass Garden Apothecary. I am Josephine Glass. And today I'm going to just do a little highlight on just one plant. And honestly, I think it is the herb that everybody, regardless of if you do herbalism or anything, everybody has one of these in their house. Everybody has an aloe plant. You can get them at Home Depot, at Lowe's, at a garden center, everywhere. My gnome fell in. Everyone has an aloe plant because they're impossible to kill. They're pretty, they're easy, and they're incredibly useful. Everybody has an aloe plant. And, fun fact, they are one of the oldest plants recorded to be used in healing. There are cave drawings and tombs in Egypt that have aloe plants depicted in them for healing purposes and embalmment. I don't know about that. I don't know how to embalm you with aloe, but there we go. There are Sumerian tablets that talk about the plant's uses and its benefits. There's records that Cleopatra used it as a way to keep herself beautiful, because that was her thing. And the Seminole people believed that the Fountain of Youth had aloe plants growing all over it. So aloe is a cactus. It is a succulent. It has these nice, little spiny leaves. They can be this big. They can be this big, and I have a few that are itty bitty. They reproduce by just creating new ones of themselves. So this little guy would have come from one like this. I have aloe plants all over myself because the second they spawn a new baby, I put the new baby into a little pot like this. These are not aloe plants, however. These are different succulents that I'm trying to say. And I let the little baby plant grow. I have a whole pot full of baby succulents that are just growing wild. But anyways, they spawn like this, and so I have them everywhere. Anyways, so an aloe plant actually, to be of optimum use, should only be harvested after it's 18 months old. So this guy is a little bit too young, but some of the ones I have back here are old enough to be harvested, and I have some that I got when I was a teenager, or even younger than a teenager, that are now big in these big old pots, and my mother has them back in the house where I grew up. I don't know if she's killed him or not. Don't mind the baby. He's excited about aloe too. But I'm fairly certain they're still alive, and that would make them about 20 years old, or 15 years old, or 20 years old. They're really resilient plants, and they're super useful. So, they are traditionally and most commonly used through everywhere where they're grown as a thing for skin. They have wonderful healing properties. They're good for burns, they're good for moisturizing, it's good for everything. It is also antifungal and antiviral. So, fun fact, if you take aloe to a wart and leave it for 24 hours, it can kill the wart. Because a wart is a virus. I did that for a wart on my foot. Don't mind the baby. It's also a laxative, but it can cause cramping. One of the oldest recorded pharmaceutical uses in the United States for aloe was it being used as a laxative, dried in capsule form or something like that. But it can cause cramping, and eventually different laxative gains popularity. But aloe as a topical external use is just wonderful. It will heal anything. My husband burned his hand. Got a pretty bad oil burn a couple years ago. We just wrapped it in some aloe gel, aloe juice. I got a knife, cut a plant, cut it open, wrapped it around his hand, and everything grew back very nicely. It has salicylic acid, like willow, like white willow, that is pain relieving. And it is also, is pain relieving. Like white willow, like aspirin, has the chemicals in it that is pain relieving. Also magnesium, which also helps ease pain. And it is an all-around great plant. You don't have to do anything with it. You don't have to make a tea out of it. You don't have to make a tincture out of it. You can just cut off a leaf, squeeze out the juice, and apply it to whatever burn or cut you're using. Which is why this is going to be a pretty short video, because aloe is super easy to use. And I really do love aloe plants. They're super simple and easy and incredibly useful. So anyways, we are Glass Garden Apothecary, and today we talked about aloe plants, which I'm sure you own. So don't eat it, because it could make you have diarrhea.